So, back on another live stream. Sorry I had to go to those viewers. I had to know where I had to go take a pee. I had to go potty. So, you know how that goes. Anyways. Hey, dude. Yeah, I had to go pee hella bad. And I don't pee outside. I mean, if I'm driving on the side of the freeway, like somewhere where there's like a drain or something, maybe. But as far as on people's properties, no way. It doesn't work for me to pee outside like that. I pee like approximately every 2 hours, sometimes every hour, depending on how hard I push myself on certain movements. Yeah. What up, dude? Yeah, brain fart. Anyways, honestly, I just had a pimple on my back, and I was fiddling with it, and it kind of just went. So I have to. Cool. I'm glad. I hope that there's recovery, which they'll do whatever assessment. Totally hope so. Seriously, I feel bad for you, dude. You're like young and, you know. So we're gonna do some leg extensions with a 35-pound plate. That's all, and for 2 minutes, which is about 130 to 150 reps, and so that's like 4,000 pounds of volume in 2 minutes. And once I get really used to that, I'll see about increasing that to 70 pounds. I only have a 35-pound plate and a 25-pound plate. I'm kind of like SOL on if I got another 25-pound plate, that would be awesome. So around 1:30, my brother will be home. He's going to let me borrow an extension cord so I can try and power this treadmill. And then I'll see if he'll let me borrow another 25-pound plate. He's currently has a back injury, and so he can't use his weights for probably at least 4 months, maybe 3 months, and he probably won't even want it back by then because of the 25-pound plates, which, you know, he's actually a big guy too, so it's like I'm the smallest one out of all my brothers. Later, dude. Thanks. Later, bro. I don't know what that was, but anyway. So I don't have my timer, which is usually Jupiter or somebody else. Usually Jupiter or an Alexa timer. So yeah, peace, dude. We're gonna do like on the first one. I think we're just gonna do 100. It's only 6 minutes, so we're just gonna do like 140 of these. There we go. If I I could get another 25-pound plate to have this at 50, that'd be awesome. So my theory on this is 100 reps is more than 3,500 pounds of volume. And a 2-minute window of time, actually less than that. Counted about 100. So that was a good amount. Yeah. So 35 times 150. Or 35 times 114. That's the total volume that we put in approximately 2 minutes. If I get another 25-pound plate, I can make this 50 pounds for 100 reps. I think it's a really good spot. One day I just may get used to this. So on this particular movement, I felt it on the outer quad. But after many, many reps, I began to feel it more towards this part, the teardrop, the inner quad. Which, if you look at all the names, there's 4 main names, and then you have the one that's in the center, underneath this one, and this one. There's one underneath as well. And then there's another one here for the hip flexors, which they don't include. So I'll have to research those and kind of make my own drawing for something that makes more sense for me. But anyways. Same thing with the hamstrings. Those things are complicated. So, anyways. That makes 2 minutes of leg extensions. We got another one followed by another one, and then I'd say our leg day is done. Because tomorrow we're going to blast out maybe 10 minutes to 16 minutes of squats. Same leg extensions plus hamstring curls. And those hamstring curls in the second day always get me a little bit. And then the Cybex Arch Trainer, it's a good way to burn out the quads a little bit, but not really. But it does do something. This machine is getting a bit sweaty. I need to wash this shirt. And I've noticed when I talk a lot, the time seems to just fly by while I still do all the movements. You know? Anyways, we're gonna do our next 100 to 150 reps based on field, or 120 to 150. Probably closer range. 50 reps is a huge. 100 to 150 is a 50% increase. So we're gonna try not to go over less than that. And here we go. That completes our second set. One more left. Burping up all my food too. A little bit of stomach acid. I was kind of skeptical on that. Some fruit juice and other various things, rice, beans, fruit juice, and coffee. I'm going to try and keep it to just that today. Till way later on in the evening. So we'll be eating a green apple after this. Not after this, but we're going to try and stall that out. And we'll see how this goes. My brother will be home soon as we complete the workout. See if I can get a 25-pound plate. That way I can make this 35-pound weight 15 pounds. And see how many I can get in 2 minutes, even if I have to breathe a little. The goal would be 100. So it's a really weird bell curve. If I can do 150 times 35 pounds in 2 minutes, or 140, and if I only do 100 at 50 pounds, it's 5,000 pounds of volume. 50 times 35, it's a weird sweet spot. So 90 to 100 in 2 minutes would be my goal for the 50 pounds. But I was going to wait many sessions, like maybe next week. Because we got to do this again tomorrow. And the hamstring curls. But I really need it for the long haul. If I had another 25-pound plate, I would be set. Because I have a 35 and a 25. So if I get another 25, then I have some pretty good amount of weight for this machine. Right. So, almost time for our last set. And then we're going to go shower, wash our clothes, and call it good. We will not be showing the legs in this particular one. Because I'm not too comfortable with those things. Just like with push-ups and stuff, I wasn't really comfortable with how my body looked until I did a bunch of sit-ups and push-ups consecutively. So a lot of the guys call it working sets. My working sets are bodyweight squats, leg extension, and hamstring curl. And we blast them for 2 minutes each. So to make it through the entire 2 minutes of movement is my goal. On sit-ups, I make it through the whole 2 minutes, but not in strict form. I have my quads kind of go into more of a butterfly motion instead of a dragon crunch or swimming, which is when I kind of roll the body in a certain way. Same thing with push-ups. I only make it to like 100, and then I have to rest in the push-up position and scrunch out the last 30 to 35 in the 2 minute timer. Eventually I'll be able to do push-ups for the entire 2 minutes at a very weird pace, putting me at the same number but in a different way. Actually, I don't know, 150 would be that number. And it would be at like a medium pace for the entire 2 minutes, which I've never seen anyone do it. Not without a bar. Not without a slightly elevated bar. I've seen one big guy do 140 something or 150. And I mean, he swam that shit. It was incredible. I've never seen anyone else do it. And then I seen one big boy out in the park, and he did 100 on a bar. And then he sat like this for an entire minute, and then he blasted out another 100 for a total of 200, which would have taken him like 3 minutes. But I don't know if he did much more after that. And this treadmill, will not stop clicking, almost like there's someone laying underneath the floor playing around and being childish. I don't know. But it's never done that out of all the other gym sessions. not sure. But it's clicking a lot, and it wasn't doing that, so I'm not sure. Anyways, this will be the last set, and the goal is only about 150. If we do a little bit less, actually we'll probably always make it to that number for now, which is why I want the other 25-pound plate. However, adding an extra 15 pounds is almost a 50% increase in volume. You know, to go from 30 to 45 is a 50% increase in volume. So to go from 35 to 50 is about the same. So to have that amount of volume increase from putting this at 50 pounds, because it's only 35 pounds to begin with, it's going to be, my body will feel it, as in like a shock effect. In a good way. So I'm going to wait a couple more sessions before I do 225s on here. But I would like to have it in advance. I'm going to ask my brother. So here's the last set, and here we go. This will complete our whole leg day for today. Tomorrow we're going to do it again, but with more bodyweight squats and two-minute sessions or 4 minutes of hamstring curls. And my hamstrings are always so tight the next day of, not after tomorrow, but the next day, that I'm going to hold off on increasing this volume real soon. So anyways, here we go. And that's our final set. It completes our easy leg day. Tomorrow will be the harder one. Thanks for viewing, guys. Love you, Soul. Shout out to my daughter. I love you, Soul. Love you, baby girl. We may do some cardio later based on field. Later, guys. Bye, Soul. Love you, honey.